morning, students. So, I myself Sunil Sharma and my colleague Rajesh Tamanna welcomes you again in the biology department, Subodh Public School. Today we are going to perform about another experiment of the class 12 CBSE, and that is about the aim of the topic is determine the moisture content of different soil. Now question comes, why this experiment is needed? You all might be knowing that always when the cropping is done, then the irrigation of the water is required. So by this experimentation, we come to know then when the soil to be irrigated, and in a particular kind of the soil, what kind of the crop can be cultivated. Say for about the paddy crop, if I talk, the paddy crop required standing water. Means a high amount of the water should be there when the saplings or the seedlings are sown over there. Standing water is required. Similarly, when I talk about the black pepper, kali mirch, or the piper nigrum, botanical name of this plant, then a good drainage of the water should be there in the soil. So, what kind of the crop has to be cultivated in the soil, that can be decided only when we know about water holding capacity of the soil, moisture content in the soil, and the percolation rate. What is the percolation rate of the soil? These are the three. So in earlier experiment we already discussed about the water holding capacity. So today we are going to perform another experiment, that how to calculate the moisture content. So my colleague Rajesh Tamanna will perform the experiment, and side by side I will explain you the steps of it.
So students, we have three samples here. Sample A, this one is sample B, and this one is sample C.
One more time, Rajesh sir. This is sample A. What type of the soil it is?
This is a clay soil.
Okay. Then
this one sample B, it is sand soil.
Sand soil. You can see the crystals of this soil.
And this one is soil C. This is the gravel soil.
Gravel soil. Okay, fine. You can see here the soil sample. So the three samples we are taking for the experiment. Yes.
So first of all, take soil sample A, and this one is the pH balance. By this, take a ammonium foil and weigh the 50 gram of soil sample A. This means clay soil. We take 50 gram clay soil. After this, this one is the tripod stand. Keep this tripod stand on the burner, and then keep the wire gauge on it. After wire gauge, take a iron bowl on this and transfer this 50 gram soil sample A on this iron bowl.
We are heating the soil sample here. For what purpose we are heating it? We are heating the soil so that the water is get evaporated from here by the heating. And in a particular time period, the amount of the water which is evaporated, that can be calculated later on, and in that way we can understand that how much amount of the water is there in the soil, which will help us to calculate the moisture content. So Rajesh sir, for how much time you will heat it?
Minimum 10 minutes, sir.
10 minutes. All the samples for
Yes,
the 10 minutes?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So take care, students. All the samples should be heated for the same duration of the time. Because if you heat one sample for the 10 minutes and another one for the 15 minutes, say for, then in that case the reference point will not be the same. Okay. So all the soil samples should be heated in the for the same duration of the time.
Now take the second soil sample on the aluminum foil and weight it. It is 50 gram.
Okay.
Now
so in that way you will take all three samples 50 gram each, Rajesh sir?
Yes, sir.
And then you will heat all three samples for the 10 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Yes?
Yes.
And in this 10 minutes, amount of the water which is get evaporated, afterwards what you will do?
we will wait again.
You will wait it again.
Yes.
So after waiting it again, what will happen? That means earlier the amount of the water was present in it. Out of this, some amount of the water will be get evaporated. So the moisture content will be reduced in it. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. That means that moisture content can be minused from
Initial volume
initial volume
minus
final volume, and in that way you can calculate later on the
Yes.
Moisture content.
Yes,
Okay, students. So the samples are kept on the burner, and we allow it for the evaporation for the 10 minutes. So after 10 minutes we will see that what happens to it. Okay. So sample B and sample C is also kept. So you can see all the three samples are kept on the burner, and for a uniform duration of the time we are heating. Okay, for the 10 minutes each soil sample will heat, and then afterwards we will calculate the final amount of the moisture content present in it. Now all the soil samples are heated for the 10 minutes on burner, and now you can see the difference in the soil condition before 10 minutes and after 10 minutes, that lot of amount of the water is get evaporated. So in this way all the three samples are heated, and we keep it down now, Rajesh ji.
Yes, sir.
And allow it for cooling down, because the weighing machine which we are using is of having the plastic base, you can see. So it can be damaged if the hotter one is kept on the balance. Okay, so for the few minutes we allow it to cool down the soil, and now we are keeping it on the weighing balance to measure that how much amount of the water is evaporated. Let's see.
So first of all, we are taking soil sample A for the weighing.
Soil sample A means clay soil?
Clay soil.
Okay.
Okay, and it is of 30 gram.
30 grams, yes. I'm zoom for you that it is the 30 gram for the soil sample A. Okay, sir.
Okay.
Similarly,
Now, take the soil sample B.
okay. So you are doing it for the soil sample B and for soil sample C. Okay.
It is 38 grams, sir.
38 grams. Okay, fine.
And this one is soil sample C.
Okay, this one is soil sample
And
C.
it is of 32 gram.
32 grams. Okay, fine. Yes, approximately 32 grams it is. Okay, fine. So in this way, all the soil samples are calculated afterwards. So now, after weighing the weight of the soil before heating and after heating, we have to do the calculations. So here I have prepared a table for you all for the ready reference. Here you can see in this table the soil samples are written. The soil sample 1 which was the sand, the soil sample 2 which was the gravel, and soil sample 3 was the clay. And the initial weight, what was the initial weight of all soils? We have to a uniform weight, and that was the 50 gram, 50 gram and 50 gram along with the water. And then we heated all three samples for the 10 minutes. So after heating for the 10 minutes to each soil sample, the final weight of the soil after the heating, that was for the sand soil it comes 32, for the gravel soil it comes 38, and for the clay soil it comes 30 grams. Okay. So these all values are in the grams. And now here we calculate the amount of the water. So how we can calculate the amount of the water which is evaporated here? Then the total amount of the soil initially, out of this the amount of the soil after the heating, that will be minus. So this is the column A and this is the column B. So we minus from column A the column B, and in that way 50 minus 32, it is 18 gram. Similarly, 50 minus 38, 12 gram, and 50 minus 30, it is 20 gram. So that is the weight of the amount which it comes over there after heating in the soils, in the various soils. Now, next we have to calculate the percentage of the moisture content. Now, question comes, how we calculate this moisture content percentage? For this, there is a formula. And the formula for the calculation of the moisture content is the weight of the water, this one, A minus B, okay, divided by the final weight of the soil, this final weight of the soil is, we will consider multiply by the 100. If we do take this, then in that way we can calculate the percentage of the moisture content in the soil. So let's do the calculations. The calculations are shown on the board to you all for the ready reference. Like 18 was the initial the weight of the water, finally A minus B, 18. Then the final weight of the soil was 32. So 18 divided by 32 multiplied by 100, and the mathematical calculations were carried out. And in that way you can see the percentage moisture content of the sand soil is 56.25. Similarly, for the gravel soil it was 31.57, and for the clay soil it came to 66.6%. So if you observe these all, one thing is clear, that the maximum percentage of the moisture content is in the clay soil. Means the clay soil retain more amount of the water itself, and the second percentage of the moisture content is with the sand soil. This is 56.25. So second highest moisture content out of these three samples here. So in this way we can find out that which crop is suitable for a particular crop. Say for the cropping of the paddy plant or the rice plants, always we prefer the clay soil, because as I said in the beginning, the standing water is required for the cropping of the paddy plant. So here, since it is having the higher moisture content in it, that means it will retain more amount of the water. Standing water will be more in the soil, so it will be beneficial for the cultivation or the cropping of the paddy plants. So in this way we can calculate the moisture content of the soil. I hope that this experiment might be clear to you all. If you have any confusion regarding this experiment, you can write in the chat box over there, and we'll try to revert back to your problems. Thank you all. Goodbye.